slowly pry this stuff off. Oh well, we lost some of the rail, that's fine. No biggie. Figured these pieces were going to be toast anyway. I think I was a little bit more generous with the caulk here in this part. That's fine. I'll get this to work. There. A little bit more underneath. There. We're starting to see some progress. Maybe I can do a little bit from this side. If I'm careful. Yeah, better not. There, look at that. Comes up nicely with minimal damage to the road bed. Maximal damage to the track, but minimal damage to the road bed, so there we go. There. I'll see, is this thing hot enough yet? No, I gotta let it heat up some more. I think the light, yeah, it's on. Alright, I want to make sure. Alright, take some more of this up. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to be careful here. So I want to pull up the good track. I want to leave that intact. Yeah. I think this probably ought to be good enough. Once I get this heated up, I'll go use my pliers and pull this off. Alright, grab this, grab a hold there, let this heat, beautiful, comes right off, Alright, let me do this part here carefully on this side because I don't want to melt the tie. Pull, pull, there, just like that. Pull the rest of this off here, and go over this side and grab it, pliers, heat it. Don't want to let it rest against you too long, so you don't want to melt the ties. There. Alright, let's go back here, do the same. There, just like that. Pretty easy. Let me unplug this, I'm not going to need it anymore. And, you know, if you're careful with the knife, go underneath, take shallow cuts. This comes out fairly smooth. Doesn't look like road bed was really damaged at all. Chunks ripped out of it. And of course, you could, if chunks do come out of it, you can always fill it in with a little spackling to even it out. Spackle it and sand it, but you don't want to do that. You don't have to. So you may be wondering, why didn't I put this turnout in the first place? Well, you know, I basically built it how I'd originally planned it. So I wasn't really thinking that clearly. And to be honest, there's some things about this layout that I don't think I'm not terribly happy with, or that if I had to do it again, I'd change. But for example, this whole scene you see here, this whole interchange, was lifted off an HO scale plan, and at the time my conversion was a little bit off, because I was thinking that the N scale was exactly the half size of HO scale, and it really isn't, you know. So maybe if you want to think of it in terms of, okay, let's say you had a scene in HO scale that was 20 feet long. You can't, it doesn't convert down to 10 feet long in N scale. It's more like 20 feet in HO is 11 feet in N scale, roughly. That's just the ballpark off the top of my head, but that's kind of the situation where it is. Anyway, the bottom line here is that I think in HO scale this whole scene was, oh boy, like around 16, 17 feet long, and I squeezed it down to 8. And it maybe should have been closer to like 9.5 feet long, because I have my standards here and I wanted to have my passing sidings to be no shorter than 6 feet, and basically the way I calculated it, that kind of blew that idea out of the water. So it's a little bit, this whole interchange scene is a little bit shorter than I'd like it to, but you know, well, what can you do? I always thought this interchange looked really cool, you know, and I can't remember what article I got this design from. Was from a model railroad planning. Man, I have it on my website, not my YouTube website, but my regular website. I mentioned the article. I'll have to look that up for you and give that to you. So anyway, get that all sanded. Now let's slip this into the joiners here and see how it looks. Oops, come on. You can, oh, wait a moment. Let me trim this off here. That's what I'm having problems with. There we go. It's a little more like it. I think that'll fit a little bit better. Get in the way. Oh, sweet. Here we go. There. See? See how that's going to fit in? Just let me zoom in. Just like that. And all I need to do is take a short piece of flex track and insert it between there, and then what I'm going to need to do is rebuild the road bed for the diverging branch of the turnout, and then of course once I'm clear of the main line here, I'll just sand it down, taper it down so it's down, so the track ends up at grade. So you know, I think that's it for tonight. So anyway, I will pick up this adventure tomorrow. Night for now.